Captain on the bridge.
Alright, Captain, we are back on the bridge here, and we're going to be doing another build review slash fun theme cannon build that I deem canon on the Kelvin, one of my favorite ships in game. So we'll just go over the build, traits, doffs, stations, all that stuff, and then taking the lead Argala, see how she does. So first off here. So again, we're using the Kelvin Heavy Destroyer. These photons are my favorite photons, and you captains have already seen me use this on the Kelvin Connie, and we're going to use that here. So we have 4 Kelvin Timeline Photon Torpedo Launchers here at the front. All reroll to crit DM and damage 3 with the reload, so these things shoot out pretty quick. We're using the Covert Phaser Beam, crit DM and damage 4, because in the movie, looking at the scene, it was shooting out red beams. Space set, nothing too different. Our Elite Fleet Innovation Protomatter Deflector from the Colony World. Your Prevailing Innovative Impulse Engines from the Comp Rep. The Mycelial Harmonic Matter Antimatter Core. Utilities Review Pending Modified Shield. Both these are from the Discovery Rep. These two I'm just adding for a little bit more damage here in the back. Plus, we never really actually saw what she fired from the aft, because in the movie she was just facing the Narendra with all weapons facing forward. So we got the Modulating Competition Mine, again from the competitive rep, and the Thoron Infused Quantum Mine, which is from the Undine store. We're using its own experimental weapon, the Point Defense Matrix, because for the immersion. My immersion. Devices, we got the Battery Kinetic Amplifier for plus 30% bonus projectile damage for 20 seconds, the Kobayashi Maru Transponder for the all Lily Goody buffs, Deuterium Surplus, and the Temporal Negotiator to help with our cooldowns. Consoles, we have our Lorca's Custom Fire Controls, again from the Discovery Rep. The Tri-Cobalt Terra Launcher, this looks almost like the Kelvin torp, so we're using that here, but it does give us plus 19% mine and torpedo damage with 47.5 Starship Shield Pen. And this console is from the Steam Runner Tier 6. Your DPRM, or Dynamic Power Redistributor Module, which is from the Atlas. We got the Emulating Phaser Lance from the Deimos Pilot Destroyer. Ferrofluid Hydraulic Assembly, which is from your Terran Rep. Ordnance Accelerator from your Gamma Rep. And again, these are giving us all goodies for mine and torps. Bio Infusion Circuits, which is from your Lobi store. In this slot here, we have the Point Defense Bombardment Warhead, which is from the NX ship, but again, gives you plus 25 projectile damage, and the 2-piece of this paired with the DPRM gives you some phaser damage, which we have one of, so why not? And of course, for vulnerability locators, which are for torpedoes, plus 2 crit chance, plus 34.5% torpedo weapon damage. For traits, changes it a little here from our previous builds. A Good Day to Die, Superior Projectile Training, Kinetic Precision, Hot Pursuit, Unconventional Systems, Resonating Payload Modification, Self-Modulating Fire, Terran Targeting Systems, Intelligent Agent Attaché, I always feel like I'm going to say that wrong, the Boimler Effect. We have one of my favorite traits in the game, the Assault Formation Theta, which gives us an additional High Yield 3 when using Attack Pattern Omega. CSUS Momentum, Subspatial Warheads, Entwined Tactical Matrices, Piercing Projectiles is the change here. On torpedo or mine firing modes for 15 seconds, you get plus 200 Starship Shield Pen and Hull Pen. And of course, Universal Designs for the stacking crit chance and crit severity. Space rep powers that we're using here, you got your Torpedo Pre-Fire Sequence, Advanced Targeting Systems, Omega Kinetic Shearing, precision, and Tyler's duality. Back to space trait, we're just using the anti-time entanglement singularity, biomolecular shield generator, deploy sensor interference platform, quantum singularity manipulation, and refracting tetryon cascade. So our stations here, left to right, top to bottom, chemocytes, mind dispersal pattern beta, high yield 3, attack pattern omega 3, and this is why I use it. So when I activate first my high yield and then attack pattern omega, I'll have 2 back-to-back high yield 3s. One of the reasons why I love using it. Emergency power to engines, beam fire at will and cannon scatter volley, concentrate firepower 3, structural integrity collapse, emit unstable warp bubble, eject warp plasma, jam targeting sensors, scramble sensors. And then for our doffs, there is a change here from our previous builds, and I thank Nick and B for helping me with this. So in our ground slots, we have Neil Falconer, which will give us increased damage against the Borg, and Elder Malik Katan, or increase all space damage, which again will affect our space even though they're slotted in the ground. And then here in our space doffs, we have 3 projectile weapons officers. 2 of them give us crit severity when firing projectiles. The other one gives us a chance to reduce the time recharge on mines. We also have the emergency con, gives us a recharge evasive maneuvers when we use emergency powered engines. Dilreen, additional damage against the Borg. And again, the other change here is 38 to 47, a deflector officer. Reduce the cooldown of other bridge officer abilities by using 1. This officer uses tactical and command. So 15% chance to reduce command bridge officer ability cooldowns by 50, 30% chance to reduce tactical bridge officer ability cooldowns by 50%. So that's the build. We're taking it into an elite Argala. Let's see how she does with Uss Kelvin torps. We're on elites. So we're gonna go to, if I can find it here, there you go, patrols. And just use Argala, our standard testing ground. The first time I saw the ship, I really like the design. I don't know why or what of it makes it one of my favorite ships, but it is. And performance-wise in game, one of my favorite because it's very nimble, easy to move around. But here we go. Let's see how she does. Very. Now that's just beautiful. Beautiful. That's the first group. Finish off the rest here. Thank you, sir.
Let's go over and ask if their claws might come out of hiding. Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
Next that group. There's that. Very nimble. That's what I love about this ship. So nimble.
You will stand down and surrender to the Method Guard.
Oh, that's cute. Right through the warp core explosion. I have a bad habit of doing that. That should be done. Oh, really? I love how the torpedo still has like lens flare on them. Quite very immersive for this casual play that we do.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Just a barrage of photon torpedoes. Last one. Yeah. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Next. There you go.
Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party to take the suspect into custody.
Let's just park over here. Mr. Benton
Thank you
Guard,
for your assistance.
right on cue. We'll... Oh, no, let's turn off our auto fire on the mine so that they don't ruin this gorgeous shot. Alright, so final thoughts on this ship and the build. I have, captains, you know already that I love my torpedo builds, but I've come to love the Kelvin torpedoes just because of how they look and the rapid fire that you have on them. And paired with this ship, I absolutely love the ship. Now this ship recently came out in a MUDs bundle that you get the Kelvin Connie, the Vengeance, the D4X, this ship, of course, the Talaru, the D7, and the Jellyfish, and a bunch of other goodies. That bundle alone has a lot of good ships in it. If I had not already owned the Kelvin Vengeance and the Connie, I probably would have gotten it. But I highly recommend this ship, if not for DPS chasing, just for a good ship, because it is very, very fun to fly, and you can do a good amount of damage on it, in my opinion. So we'll leave it there. That's the ship that we'll be using for tonight, the USS Kelvin. Again, this is just for casually playing through the content that we do every night on the bridge here on Twitch.
Permission to disembark, sir.
Granted.